Getting out of here in a couple of hours or so. It's such a long day, man. I gotta get some coffee in my system. It's just boring, you know? Nothing ever happens. No. No. No, no, no! I gotta go! I gotta go!
Hey! Everything okay?
Oh, no! Oh, no, 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 no!
Welcome to Strike Force. You are an elite battle squad assembled to defend Earth. This is who we're up against. The alien warlord Ultimus and his Kree soldiers who have joined forces with Hydra and AIM. Now, I know some of you aren't used to fighting side by side with each other, but the world needs you to put aside your feuds and stand together. Any questions?
I am Groot.
Any other questions? All right, it's go time. Now get out there and save the world.
You need help with your Marvel Strike Force game?
I do.
Then come down to the school
Okay.
of the Game Father.
I'll do it.
Valley Flying did, and he learned that you can't beat the Game Father. Valley Flying. That's right, I'm the 3-time Super Sunday Red Stib Blitz Orb champion. After I uppercutted Valley Flying in his vagina for the 3rd time, he went home and cried to his little mommy, and now I need a new challenger.
Gonna get a
Bring it,
Hoya? I
little
don't know what that
boy.
means. Alright, well, did we get the web store claim the other day? Marvel Strike Force.
This is all with the fucking dope. I be ballin' like a
Hello there. What's going on?
Gamers, keep on gaming because gamers are cool.
Alright gamers, keep on gaming because gamers are cool.
OMG.
It's so powerful it can turn off the sun!
Remember this in Burley before? Congratulations. We're here. Say first. What's up, killers? Welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. What do we got? Oh, we're early. Well, hello there, all you beautiful people. Welcome in. We're going to be playing Marvel Strike Force. What is a beautiful Thursday today? Also, strangely enough, because they've moved Alliance War from 2 to 3, which some people like, I get that. But our last Alliance War was against a shell or an alliance that had backed out. I don't really know, but it was all shield everywhere. So that was not good for me as far as wanting to play the game. I mean, yeah, I'm glad that I got the W, so on and so on. But you know, what's up, Yule? I just, you know, nothing there. All right, let's get as many training materials as we can. We are on the hunt for training materials. That is my well, I mean, I don't know. That's one of the potential bottlenecks that I'm going to have. I nearly ran out, or I did run out when I was going to 104, and 105 will be here at some point, and I want to be ready for that as much as possible with the training materials. Good morning, Terra Bear Workshop. I don't know. Glad you're here. So let's we're gonna do Battle World Alliance War. Battle World will be what? In an hour, but we can do Alliance War in the meantime. And then we'll have server reset for the day. Also need to go through and buy stuff. Buy stuff? I wonder. Oh, we can pick up some of those. Yeah, we can pick up those. We always need those. And so welcome in. Video going out tomorrow with Boylon. We did a collab for Raid Shadow Legends. Should be interesting. I gotta say this. How do I say this without disparaging other people? Boylon knows his shit. So I did a 30-day roster review for Boylon. He knows his shit. Yeah, he is insanely smart. He really is. He's insanely smart. Or he has a lot of free time on his hands. He's moving soon, so that's gonna be interesting. I wonder how that's gonna work out for him. Yeah, he is so smart. Yeah, he's smart. I mean, I've heard that before, and I've experienced that, but we ended up, strangely enough, I mentioned this yesterday, we ended up chatting for 4 hours straight. Like, I feel like I had a brain dump with him. It was great. I haven't gelled with anybody like that in a minute. I mean, well, in a week at least. It was nice, though. It was refreshing. Yeah. Boylon, I like Boylon. Yeah. We had a lot of shit to talk to. Who's texting me? Yeah, I mean, that's his hair, too. Yeah, Boylon is I look at Boylon on another level now. I really do. I mean, there's all kinds of people out there that you know, just I see them differently now. I always how do I explain this? Oh, look at this. Emma Frost. Let's go. Let's go, Emma. Let's get it. Oh. Yeah, blow those kisses. That was just for me. I know you're looking at me. So, Emma. I got a question for you, Emma. I just assumed that you dyed your hair. But I'm looking at your eyebrows, and now I'm thinking you did not dye your hair, and that you are blonde with those eyebrows. I don't even know if I've ever seen anybody with those color eyebrows before. Anyways, a big fan of the eyebrows. So that was good. All right, so we got that. What do we got? Milestones. Spend gold. Yeah, I like the loading screen art for her. Well, PC player, you're the thirsty fuck that had to take it there. That's all I'm saying. I wasn't gonna go there. I wasn't gonna go there. What am I doing today? Let's see. Let's do this versus. Emma's a lady, man. She's an animated fictional character, you weirdos. Okay, I'm a weirdo too. Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, fine. I'm a weirdo too. Fine. All right, let's get. Hey, man. I don't know what's going on, but my TikTok feed has not been as thirsty lately. I don't know, man. I wonder what's going on. Polygons make me thirsty. Well, I'm not gonna lie that I highly appreciate good art, good animations, and all that. I really do. I have I have an appreciation for things that look good and work well and all that stuff. I really do. And I should. Just dagger. Dagger. Okay. F? All right. Need to linger on the ladies longer? Oh, well. This game is pretty, classy. I guess that's a nice way of saying it. This game's pretty classy. They don't really sell or focus on that. Edward, I wonder if that's a real thing, though. Block the meta and Facebook accounts on TikTok and your original algorithm were restored after a few days. I wonder if that is just I feel like that's a campaign just to shut down their accounts and trick the TikTok algorithm to like making those accounts not. I can't believe that's a real thing. I believe that someone just said that to like mess with Meta and Facebook. I mean, think about it logically. I mean, I feel like just like some college student came up with that. They thought that was going to be funny. And then everybody started doing it. It sounds like something I would do is what I'm trying to say. For optimal thirstiness? I mean, I'm not necessarily looking for thirstiness on social media. There's places and sites that are specifically designed for that. Generally on TikTok, I like... Holy shit, this is going to sound terrible. I like getting news and cat videos. Not just news, but things that are interesting to me specifically. Or the kind of news that I want to have seems to come to me on TikTok. A lot of it's Las Vegas stuff. Yeah, I find out about a lot of local Las Vegas stuff from that kind of stuff. Yeah, cat videos. Holy shitty. Like cats. Yeah, I like cat videos. I'm sorry. I like cats. I like them when they... I like cats. I don't know. I just like cats. It's a thing. So I feel like cat people are... I mean, everybody likes dogs, but not everybody likes cats. Identify as a cat person. Someone that likes cats. I like my wife cat too, but that's a different kind of cat. I never get the two mixed up. Like, I don't think she likes that. Like when people... Well, maybe she doesn't. I don't know if she cares. But I just don't think of cat as C-A-T. I think of her as Catherine. I don't even think of her. I don't think I've ever called her Catherine. Boy, that's weird. That's weird. I have 4 cats. Well, let me just say, 3 is the new 2 cats. I had a 2 cat limit, but we compromised and got a 3rd cat. But we're no longer open to getting any more cats. Yeah, cats are just they're very different than dogs. Like, I get why people like dogs. I was at somebody's house last night and they had a I don't know what kind of dog it was, but it was 2 months old and it was a bulldog maybe. It was some fancy dog. It was so cute. And then they had 2 other dogs too. Some fancy husky I've never heard of, a breed I've never heard of before. It was fun though. I liked hanging out with other people's dogs. It was cool. We need more cats. Well, I very rarely like impose. Holy moly. What, did someone go down the wrong lane? Wow. I'm just going to do 2 nodes. So my lane's gone. Did you see that, Nah? Anybody here in my chat for my alliance? It was completely gone. My lane, my side was completely done. Yeah, it was completely done. So I'm just gonna do 2 nodes over here and then call it. Oh my god. Sorry, other lane mates. Anybody see that? I hope nobody gets screwed on this side. Yeah, we don't walk our cats. Yeah, I've got one sleeping right here. No, it's fine. Nobody's gonna get kicked. It's fine. All right, let's do... What are we gonna do now? Yeah. I don't know what... Get your wallets out. Yeah, I know, right? Skinny Matthew, you're funny. Let's see. Let's go do arena 18. Not so bad today. I dropped from 1 to 18. That's better than most days, I guess. Let me see. I did not do any free claim. Is it expiring today? Let's take a look. Oh, let's do it. Good lookout. Good lookout. I need those. That'll make it into the video for today. That'll make it into the video. Yeah, it's still good for another day. Thank you, sir. That's actually video worthy. All right, basic, ultimate. What's up, Wapo? How are you doing? How are you? All right. we gotta do here? That is a super fast Odin special. Oh, so I took a screenshot and all that, and I didn't even do it. Let's go. All right, there we go. I went and took a screenshot and everything and didn't even claim it. We gonna lose? Yeah, we're gonna lose. We lost. We lost. Wow. Noob, get good. You could retire, like retire from the game? Or retired from... Why is their team different? Oh, U32 screwdriver was last straw? Yeah. I'm trying to see why I lost. Was it a fluke? This is not a loss. Everybody loses sometimes. Why do you quit? Or, well, why do I go to the end? Save time, that's why. No. Apocalypse is the reason why I win. Real T-dub. The dubbers. The dubbers. Did you hear the Streamer's Fault song from Sissy? I feel like I should play it because I feel like you were the inspiration of that song.
Oh, Twitch chat, the true masterminds of Marvel Strike Force. Bow down, streamers. Chat's got this. Chat knows every character inside and out. Their knowledge undeniable unless it's wrong. Chat's got the strategy guaranteed to win, except when it flops, then it's just bad RNG, right? Chat knows more about Crucible than any stupid streamer. Chat knows more about war than any stupid streamer. They've cracked the code, they run the show until it fails, then whoops, streamer's fault, bro. Chat use this counter, it always works. Except, you know, when it doesn't. Bro, just punch up 400k, easy dub. Oh, full white must be a skill issue, scrub. Trust me, bro, I saw it work one time. Don't check MSF, GG, I know the prime line. Streamer just sucks, didn't play it right. Meanwhile, chat stuck in diamond all day and night. Chat knows more about Crucible than any stupid streamer. Chat knows more about war than any stupid streamer. They've cracked the code, they run the show until it fails, then whoops, streamer's fault, bro.
Whoops, streamer's fault, bro.
In the end, chat doesn't know shit.
Yeah, it's fine. I just think I think it's funny. That's all. I know. I actually welcome help from you guys, but I don't mind. I just, it's up to me to filter in the information that I receive anyway. So that's where the skill is involved. But I have found there's many times that chat has reminded me or suggested things like, oh, and then as soon as it suggests, it's like, oh yeah, that's going to work. It's fine. Oh, Saw is great. That's the other thing too, is you do, how do I say this? Like, when you see consistent, exceptional suggestions over time, your brain just like notices. That's all. You notice. Winston Wolf was a troll. I haven't seen him in a minute. Did he dip out? He was pretty frustrated. I haven't seen Winston in at least a month, I feel like. Maybe his work schedule changed or something. Yeah, you have to kind of like, I don't know, man. You have to be selective on what you do. That's all. There's a learning curve to it. But I just think that the song is super sarcastic. That's why I like it. I appreciate the humor of the song. All right. Well, this is going to be challenging. You know, you think you're famous when you build an antagonistic relationship with your fan. Antagonist? I don't know what that means. I know antagonistic, but I just have fun with. I stream because I need to have fun playing Marvel Strike Force. If that makes any sense. I gotta entertain. I gotta be entertained. Gotta have fun. That's like my soul. My soul. I mean, there's several reasons why I stream, but I think most of the time it's I do it to have a good time, if that makes any sense. Initially, when I started streaming, it was during COVID, right? We're gonna lose again? All right, let's do it. It was during COVID, and it was because of anxiety. Well, I mean, I was streaming a little bit before COVID happened, but I really started to stream during COVID because of anxiety. You guys helped me with that. I mean, it wasn't like I was nervous. It's just there was a lot of uncertainty at that time. You need to do more on YouTube? Okay. Is there a computer version of the game? No, there is not. So I'm using something that's referred to as an Android emulator. There's several versions. The Android emulator that I am using on my PC is called LD Player. But there's a lot of different ones out there. I've used Mimu, I've used Nox, I've used BlueStacks. So you may have... They're somewhat temperamental, and you may have better results with one than another. Offer review streams, there's not much of an offer to... I generally don't like the offers anymore. I don't know, man. I feel like... I don't know, I just don't like them. Let's pray for a functional PC Google Play client. Well, that's a Google thing, right? I don't see how that's any different than an emulator, though, right? I feel like Google's been talking about doing that for a minute now. Current versions of BattleWorld. Oh, we talked about this at length yesterday. In short, I don't understand okay, first of all, it's certainly better, but it's somewhat it's not inspiring. BattleWorld is not inspiring. Holy moly. I feel like this says everything right here as far as BattleWorld is concerned. What was your experience with day one of BattleWorld? Great. Happy to have it back, and this is much better. Few people think that. Meh, it's back, but still not very good. That's where I'm at. Terrible. These changes aren't a real improvement. I don't agree with that. I prefer the previous iteration, bro, and just like the changes made. Yeah, I'm not there either. So I'm squarely in this second category myself personally. Meh, it's back. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, I feel like one of my main criticisms of this version of BattleWorld is going to be like, are we going to be able to clear this on the first week? Why aren't there like difficulty 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 released at the same time? I don't understand. I think the word that I'm looking for is, why is there no runway on this? Is that the right word? Am I using the word correctly? Somebody in chat that's like knows dev speak. How come there's a limited runway on this event? Maybe I just don't understand the plan for it. Is it? I don't know if it's unfun. I don't know. It's underwhelming. Still. Unlock Cheetor. Unlock Thanos ultimate power. Acceleration ramp. No, I'm talking about like the depth. So like the runway on the level cap's 105, but what if it was 200? We have gear tier 19, but what if it was gear tier 30 was the cap? We have 3 diamonds. What if it was 7 diamonds? We could play difficulty 5, but what if it was difficulty 11? Like, I feel like there's like a cap on everything and there's no runway. I don't know if that's the right word though. There's no depth. And I don't know if I'm expressing what I'm trying to say correctly. I'm playing this too hard. I feel like I play other games and that's not a thing. The way that content scales in other games, I've not felt depressed by it. For some reason in Marvel Strike Force, it is that way though. I feel like there's a way of doing it without being oppressive. Maybe it's because other games there's character customization, and if you lose, you seek a way to tweak your character to fit the puzzle better. But because there's nothing to tweak in this game, it's very defeating. You're not left with a sense that you can tweak something to get through it better. You're left with a sense like, I just can't do anything. I just can't do this. There's nothing I can do to make my account better or improve my roster or manipulate my characters to do anything, and it just sucks. And I can't beat it, and this is garbage. Where another game, you'll be like, oh man, if I could just have like 1 extra speed on this character, or if I had a little bit more defense, or if I got this bonus, whatever, okay, so I just need to tweak my roster around a little bit to beat this puzzle. Or if I used a more specific team comp that did this, but holy shit, Marvel Strike Force, you have to use predetermined teams, and every character is power crept to shit after 9 months. So get fucked, old characters. There's just none of that going on in this game. Do I like Magneto or Thanos? I like endgame Thanos quite a bit. There's 2 Thanos in the game, and I like endgame Thanos. So anyways, I don't really want to go down this rant again today. We went over it yesterday. Ivy Bear 22 resubscribed Twitch Prime for 2 years. Oh my god. Happy birthday! 2 years! Happy birthday, Ivy Bear! Happy birthday! All right, I think it's funny to me. I don't know. I got, like I said, I come on here to entertain myself. That's my primary interest at this point. I got to be entertained. Asynchronous PVP is often the best content. I agree. I totally get so the advantage to asynchronous PvP content is that it scales and you don't have to keep rebuilding it like you do on a PvE world boss. Like at some point you build this world boss, and unless you continuously update it, retool it eventually just gets beaten and stale, where asynchronous PvP content like Alliance War and Crucible scale, it just works over time. And Marvel Strike Force does things, you know, with the room rules and the global rules and this and that to kind of mix it up a little bit. They introduce new characters. I feel like they have a good system here on that. I really do. I think that is, of all the things that are going on with Marvel Strike Force, you know, they should like pat themselves in the back and say that asynchronous PvP content in Marvel Strike Force is quite exceptional. We're talking about Crucible and War. Not everybody feels that way, but that's the way I see it. What's up, Durlum? All right, I think I've done everything. Let's go into Alliance War and take a look at what we got going on over there. I think they've given up on doing the smallest amount of hard work. I don't know that that's the issue. I think people like the most spend money to liking and they're content with that. I feel like that they may have performance standards and budget allocations and bandwidth issues based on extreme top level decisions made from people way higher than the people that work for the game. If that makes any sense. Because at the end of the day, things just cost money. And is the parent company or the people that are in charge of that stuff willing to spend the money? As far as work, right now the industry is in a position where everybody just wants to work. So I doubt there's a lot of lazy people out there right now. In fact, I think most people are struggling to keep their jobs, and they're working probably harder than they normally would. I think it's more about budget constraints and companies trying to minimize costs and maximize profits. And so given it gains profitability, there's only so much money allocated towards it. I feel like that's more of the issue. I think also going from in the office to remote may have something to do with it also. Scopely buying Pokemon Go for 3.5 billion. Yeah, that's mostly a Saudi thing. Actually, that came up yesterday. I needed to read it up. They bought Seismic Niantic, and they actually were the original people that built Marvel Strike Force. Was what Seismic? Let's take a look at. Actually, I've been wanting to look that up. So Scopely buying Niantic. There you go. And also, let's be clear about this. When it says Scopely, it says Scopely for a reason. Does that make sense? Because they want it to say Scopely. They don't want it to say Savvy. They don't want it to say Saudi Arabia Sovereign Wealth Fund. So they put Scopely on this very deliberately and very intentionally. Everybody on the same page of this as this with me? Like, saying that it's Scopely buying Pokemon Go versus Savvy Games or the Saudi Arabian Sovereign Wealth Fund optically looks way better. Yeah, Scopely is... Well, I mean... It'd be like the PGA Tour bought Titleist Golf. No, well, that's not really what happened. The Saudi Wealth Fund bought Titleist. I'm just giving a random example. I don't know how that really works, right? Who are Scopely Incorporated potential buyers of Niantic's games division? Probably heard of it by now, but rumor has it Niantic is talks with Scopely to sell their entire portfolio of games for about 3.5 billion US dollars. What an offer. There it is right here. Scopely Incorporated is part of a broader conglomerate called Savvy Games Group, which itself is owned by the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund. That's a lot to take in, so let's break it down before we explore Scopely's games portfolio. See, it's right there. This is what really is happening right there. Because that's the reason why Scopely's on everything, is for this reason. Because optically, this is not favorable to a lot of people. I'm somewhat indifferent to Marvel Strike Force being owned by the Saudi Public Investment Fund. I'm a little indifferent towards it because I view these people as just opportunists, and essentially it's a hedge fund, and they're trying to diversify their wealth away from oil, and they're trying to expand into a lot of different things like video games and, you know, football leagues, you know, like Manchester United and all that stuff, and the PGA Tour and all that. Scopely Incorporated's financial background. Scopely is owned by Savvy Games Group, which is owned by the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund. Yep. Scopely Incorporated is one of a few companies which coexist within Savvy Games Group. Really, I'm going to say that Scopely is like... Currently, Scopely accounts for like 80%, 90% of Savvy Games. Would you say that's accurate? There's some people in chat that would know. I feel like Savvy was funded with like some extreme amount of money, like somewhere between 30 and 40 billion dollars by the Saudi Arabian Sovereign Wealth Fund. And so they dumped that into Savvy Games Groups, and it was mostly because Saudi had too much money and they couldn't invest. Like they were starting to get into issues where they owned too much of like publicly traded companies and stocks, and they needed to even diversify further than that. Now, okay, thank you, UK Bud. I don't know anything about football. I'm so sorry. I don't. I know that there was some controversy surrounding that, and I don't know much about it. I'm sorry. Scopely was bought out by Savvy Games Group for 4.9 billion US dollars in 2023 with the aim to accelerate Scopely's growth and achievement in strategic objectives. Okay, Savvy Games Group. Okay. Savvy Games has been established in 2021 in Saudi Arabia with a mission to drive long-term growth and development of esports and broader games industry worldwide. In other words, Savvy Games was Saudi's investment into video games, focused on purchasing prolific money-making studios around the world. This is a good article, by the way, or at least it it's aligned with my understanding, right? The Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia is among the largest sovereign wealth funds in the world, with a total estimated assets of almost $1 trillion, $930 billion. Created in 1971, has been investing in different assets for the past 50 years. So then this is focusing on what Scopely is on its own. Scopely owns some of the most successful mobile games in the world: Monopoly Go, Stumble Guys, Marvel Strike Force, Star Trek Free Command, to name a few. Scopely's games are almost tied to a franchise with almost no original titles. Well, Stumble Guys is a clone of Fall Guys, right? Stumble Guys. But other than that, yeah, you're right. Different games come from studios. Different game studios own different games. Hard to track which studio works on which game from Scopely's portfolio. So that is true of Marvel Strike Force. Marvel Strike Force was called what? Boundless. So it was Aftershock. Originally it came from. So does anybody care? I can kind of give the history of the Marvel Strike Force. So originally, Kabam, which made Marvel Contest of Champions, got bought out by Netmarble, and so they were not. And at the time, there were some other things that Kabam was working on, and Netmarble was not interested in everything, and so they bought Kabam solely for Marvel Contest of Champions. And so a smaller studio which was developing Marvel Strike Force was spun off from that, and they were, because Netmarble did not want it. And so it was called what? Aftershock? Aftershock was acquired by Fox Next, which was Fox Studios, right? Which owned like Fox Studios owned like the Mutants franchise. So Marvel Strike Force was initially developed by Seismic and as a co-dev partner. And I always got the feeling that Marvel Strike Force was built to be sold, if you will. And that did eventually happen, but not in the way that it was. So like after the game was like global for a year, they went separate ways from the original like co-dev partners of Marvel Strike Force, which was the Seismic Niantic guys. And so, Fox Next was kind of doing their thing, and Marvel Strike Force was going. And then guess what happened? Disney bought Fox Studios, which just happened to include Marvel Strike Force. So Fox Studios, which is like the reason why Deadpool is now aligned with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Disney was like trying to consolidate IPs. And so Disney bought Fox Studios, which owned Fox Next. Now, Disney has had, they kind of drew a line in the sand where they said they did not want to be in video game development. They did not want to be in video game publishing, and that they wanted to only do licensing. So like they own the Star Wars license, the Marvel license, and now they've kind of acquired the Mutant and Deadpool and all of that stuff, and Wolverine license, and now it's all under one basket under Disney. And so it was pretty clear to me that as soon as Disney acquired Fox Next, that they were trying to purge Fox Next from that, because it was just like a byproduct of them wanting to own like the actual mutant IP and things like that. Yeah, they want somebody else to make the games and then just to collect their licensing fees, whatever they are, but it's a percentage, right? And so Scopely buys Fox Next, which is at the time like Looney Tunes, Mayhem, No, it isn't. Looney Tunes Mayhem, I think was, I don't know. I can't, what did Fox Next was just really Marvel Strike Force, if I remember correctly. So Fox Next now was owned by Disney, and then Disney gets rid of it to Scopely, and Scopely now calls Marvel Strike Force and the other studios involved there Boundless. And my understanding is that so it used to be that like Fox Next Boundless was down in Playa del Rey, and then one of the headquarters for Scopely was in Culver. Well, then COVID happened, and everybody kind of started working from home, and a lot of the key people that created Marvel Strike Force that made Boundless a proper independent studio, let's say, ended up leaving and going to, most of them went to Netflix, actually, Netflix games. Most of the key players that actually created Marvel Strike Force from the get-go are long gone. All those guys went, I mean, there's a couple, actually, the other day we were talking about this, and now that I think about it, I do know one person that's still around from the start. Everybody else went somewhere else. A lot of them went to like Netflix. Yeah. Netflix games, I don't think it's been, I think they're developing things, but I don't think they have a strong public. You know how there's like that Apple game place where you pay a subscription, you get to play all these games inside of it? I feel like Netflix is trying to do something like that too. I think Amazon's trying to do something like that at all. I think they're all like scrambling to create like a subscription service where you have access to all these games. So like you pay a subscription to Netflix and you get to watch all these movies, right? I think they're trying to do something similar with games. I don't know if that's working or not. No, nobody I know seems to know what it is. Yeah, there's this whole division of Netflix gaming where they're trying to build like a video game empire, and I mean, I don't know if they're just flush with cash and they're trying something new. It doesn't really make sense to me. Maybe somebody in chat knows. Yeah. Netflix games, yeah. So as far as I know, most of the heavy hitters that built Marvel Strike Force now work for Netflix. A lot of them, anyways. So now we're in a situation where Scopely gets bought out by Savi, which brings us to this article. Savi Games is the sovereign wealth fund of Saudi Arabia. And my understanding is that the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia seeded Savi Games with a large amount of money, somewhere between 30 and 40 billion dollars. I don't know the exact number. The number of like 39 billion stands in my head. And they publicly known what they spent, where they bought like an esports team and some other stuff, but nothing of substance that I know of. Maybe something like $1 billion. Then they went boom, and they bought Scopely for like billions, $4.9 billion. And now they are saying that Scopely is buying Pokemon Go. It's not really true, though. Scopely is just the name, but it's really the Sovereign Wealth Fund. It's Savi Games Group, because the money is really coming from Saudi Arabia. And they're trying to spend that $30 to $40 billion on something, right? Yeah, it's a lot of money. And I don't know all of this. You got to understand that I'm an outsider, and I just kind of have kept up with this information over time, but I don't really have like a super clear understanding of it. Scopely owns some of the most successful mobile games in the world. Monopoly Go is monstrous. Stumble Guys, Marvel Strike Force, Star Trek, Fleet Command, to name a few. Scopely games are almost identical, almost always tied to a franchise with almost no original ties. Different game studios own different games. It's hard to track which studio works on which game from the Scopely portfolio, and I think that's because of COVID. On average, what we are seeing across their entire portfolio, and judging by the online commentary of their games, is aggressive focus on monetization, lack of focus on quality of content, Problematic customer support. Oh shit. Who wrote this? Who wrote this article? Holy fuck. They're savage. Yes. This article is absolutely written by AI. Do you think this article is written by AI, Theo? All right. Yeah, they spelled Star Trek wrong. Star Trek? Do you think our AI would call it Star Trek? Or are people doing 4D chess with AI now and saying, hey, this looks too much like AI. Can you put in 1 or 2 misspellings so that it doesn't look like AI? Are people doing that shit right now? Like, can you make this look not AI generated and put in a couple typos? Star Trek. I don't know, man. And they put it in bold. Star Trek. Yeah, it's just like how automatic drum machines have the ability to add micro variances to make it sound more human. There you go. I actually am with you on this, Theo. I hate to admit this. There are times where I've asked ChatGPT to craft something, and I said, you need to dumb this down a lot and make it sound not written like a robot. Can you write it like an 8th grader and put in some errors, grammatical errors to make this look not AI generated? And yes, it did it for me. And I felt so smart in asking AI to not sound like AI. I've done this shit. I've actually done this. Was the Deadpool event AI? Sure was horrible. I don't know. Let's see. Oh my God. Law Talk with Mike. This is a lawyer out of Chicago that covers a lot of sovereign AI stuff. Sovereign citizen stuff that I love to watch. I know Nah hates those people. I'm fascinated by flat earthers and sovereign citizens and Karens. All right. We took a look at Marvel Strike Force, a subreddit focused on Marvel Strike Force, and we're baffled by the community sentiment. Almost all the top posts in the last year are about players quitting. Wild monetization practices are filled with the brim with anger towards Scopely. A cursory look at Star Trek Freak Command ended up in the Preds the same, with angered, disappointed players. Not good at all. Oh, come on. These fucking guys. All they looked at is Reddit. I get it. Luckily, the Monopoly Go subreddit was a bit easier on the eyes and ears, with both the posts focused on current in-game events, giveaways, and actual game content. We don't know this due to money-based nature of Monopoly, or if Scopely is doing a better job with Monopoly Go. Probably. I don't know. But the sentiment is much better compared to the communities of the other games. Wow. Hey, so it's your fault, Reddit. It's Reddit's fault. No. It's funny. No, Law Talk with Mike is a lawyer from Chicago, but Philosopher, yeah, he's a lawyer from the Chicago area. So is Arnold, actually, but Philosopher is in the public eye. Anyways, all of this left us feeling quite confused. On one hand, we are aware of companies need to make money, and Niantic has been steadily increasing their monetization tactics over the past few years. On the other hand, we are concerned with multiple bug and low quality reports on both Marvel Strike Force and Star Trek Fleet Command subreddits. We got the feeling that a lot of new features in both games need more polish and time in their own before they are pushed to production. Scopely's technical background. Okay. Scopely is an American company similar to Niantic. We expect them to use a relatively similar tech stack. However, we didn't find much overlap between the two companies. I don't know any about what this stuff goes. Scopely title often use Java, Go, Python, C++, a ton of AWS services like what? I don't even know what that means. There's no mention of geospatial, augmented reality, or anything similar in the recent job postings. Marvel Strike Force is a Unity game. It's just Unity, right? I don't understand. Aren't most mobile games just on Unity? I don't understand. And I believe that the Seismic Niantic people, so Niantic merged with Seismic, and Seismic was the people that built Marvel Strike Force. I don't understand this. Niantic stack is more focused on Java and broad range of Google services. I don't know anything about Niantic. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what any of this shit is. We don't know what to make of this. We're definitely sure that Scopely needs some of the transition period in Niantic. I love reading this, by the way. I think this is so fascinating. How Pokemon Go works. That's not how mergers work in the video game industry. I hate this article. It's not how mergers work in the video game industry. They usually leave the studios alone and let them do their own thing for a long time, and integrations are slow. Like, they're not gonna... we're not sure if they have the manpower required to keep the game running well. What? With all this being said, we must admit we don't know what to think about this whole situation. Scopely is a different, bigger company, Niantic, but their track record with role-playing games is not great. Their success with Monopoly Go aside, communities to be filled with frustration and anger, which is quite concerning. Keep you updated on the whole season. This is what we know so far. All right, we need to find another article. Pokemon Go Hub. All right, let's find... let's go to Polygon. We should have probably started with Polygon. Holy shit. Let's go to Polygon. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go to Polygon. I don't know much about it. All right, Pokemon Go is reportedly for sale. For the price tag is huge. What is Niantic without a games division? Okay. Let's read it. All right. Polygon. I've heard nothing bad about Polygon. Pokemon Go is the biggest video games in the planet, breaking software downloaded records and sending local news into hysterics. I was there. 9 years and many less popular games later, developer Niantic Inc. is prepared to sell its gaming division to Saudi Arabian-owned Scopely Incorporated. Yes, according to a report by Bloomberg. How much does one of the most popular video games in the history cost? The report claims the price tag for the division is an eye-watering $3.5 billion. That's huge. Niantic has been contacted for comment. So, like, recently, Plarium, which owns Raid Shadow Legends, sold off to MTG in Europe for like $600 million. So $3.5 billion is a lot of money. Pokemon Go sale would be the latest twist in the tale of one of gaming's most unlikely CEOs. In 2001, John Hanke co-founded a mapping technology company called Keyhole that would be later be acquired by Google and be foundational to the development of Google Earth. So that Pokemon Go game is based off of an older game. What is that game called? There's a game with the maps from that was the predecessor to Pokemon Go. Ingress, thank you. Ingress, yeah. Yeah, Ingress. I got a buddy who plays Ingress hardcore. He's like, do you know what Ingress is? I was like, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know Ingress, but I know it's like it came out way before Pokemon Go. All right. Keyhole will later be acquired by Google and foundational development of Google Earth and Google Maps in 2010. Henke, riding rarefied success, chose to lead a team inside Google that would envision the feature of augmented reality gaming. Oh, there it is right there. The team launched Ingress, the first major global augmented reality game, in 2013. Within 2 years, it amassed 7 million players. But Ingress, remember, less as of a game than a proof of concept. Yep. 2015, Henke spun out the Google Group in an independent company called Niantic. Later, the studio launched Pokemon Go, which is huge, in collaboration with and significant funding from Google, Nintendo, and Pokemon Company. By the end of 2016, Pokemon Go is downloaded by more than 500 million players. If you go to Disneyland or whatever, you'll see people playing Pokemon Go online everywhere. It's like monstrous. In the years following Pokemon Go's success, Henke spoke at numerous conferences about the bigger potential for augmented reality and connect the real world with the artificial one. He imagined ways augmented reality could place players into shared world virtual worlds while they occupied a physical one, all with the support of Niantic's tools. In 2020, COVID-19 hit. Millions of players sheltered in place as the pandemic became an endemic. Niantic began to cancel titles. In 2023, the company laid off 230 employees, roughly 25% of its workforce. Henke emphasized, along with the deep cuts, companies need to focus on Pokemon Go and acknowledge that the AR market was developing more slowly than anticipated. Yeah. I kind of feel like even like the Oculus type stuff hasn't moved as fast as I thought. I mean, I remember going to TwitchCon and that's a whole story. Yeah, all the meta stuff, I don't think it's really popped off the way they thought it was going to. Now it appears that Henke and what team members remain at Niantic could return to what inspired them long before video game mapping. The data collected by the Niantic apps has been used to create large geospatial models in an effort to achieve spatial intelligence. Last November, Niantic's Eric Brockman and Victor Adrian, I don't know how to say that, published an update on the project. At Niantic, we are pioneering the concept of a large geospatial model that will use large-scale machine learning to understand and is seen to connect with millions of dollars globally. What does this article have to do with? All right. TwitchCon Mobile. Yeah, no, I was I was there with, who was I at TwitchCon with? I was there with Run7, my wife, Darth Micro, and Actman, and I specifically doing a bunch of AR stuff with Run7. Yeah. It was fun. I had a good time. Got to meet all the Raid Shadow Legends guys. Got to hang out with them a bunch. Met a lot of cool people. The problem with AR and VR games is most people use video games as a way to relax. The last thing they want to do is have to stand up and do all the movements themselves. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, scopely buying Pokemon Go it's just a piece of a larger part of the Saudi plan to get deeper into the video game industry. It's really not even scopely buying it, it's Saudi Arabia buying it. That's interesting. All right. Specifically didn't play Pokemon Go because I didn't want to run around to playing games. Holy shit. I remember like playing Pokemon Go and it was like 3 in the morning and somebody said, there's fucking guy who's over here. Let's walk over there. And I'm like I'm barefoot walking around the neighborhood at 3 in the morning with my cell phone, and my battery's going dead so quickly in the middle of the night, and I'm like trying to find this guy, and I'm in my neighbor's yard, and there was raccoons there staring at me. I'm looking for a Pokemon. I'm like staring at raccoons. I'm surprised the neighbors didn't freak out. What the fuck is this boomer dude running around with a cell phone barefoot talking to raccoons in the middle of the night? I used to interact with random people in random areas while working during the Pokemon Go days. So yeah. Yeah, maybe they were looking for Pokemon too. Now, the other thing that was really cool is there was like a special area. I live near a university, and there was like a special area that had like 3 zones that were right next, and you could go stand there. And I remember rolling up, and there would be like 100 people there. Everybody was playing Pokemon Go, and everybody had the battery packs because the phones were going dead. I could have made a fortune just selling battery packs. Hey, you want to borrow my charger for 5 minutes? $10. You're going to miss out on the best Pokemon ever. I've got the juice. $10, my guy. All right. We got reset. Let's do reset.
Ronan's got the hammer, but his swing don't land. Once led the Cree, now he's out of demand. Corp chase foes, man, his speed was wild.
50 months at a tier 2. J-Rock 56 for 50 months. Thank you. All right, what else do we got? Zemo 06 coming through for tier 1 for 36 months. I love that you go into all this stuff. Thank you. And you know what else, Zemo 06? We got to sing happy birthday to you. Ready for the best birthday song you've ever heard in your entire life? The best version of a birthday song. Get ready for it.
Happy birthday to my friend. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All right. I died playing Pokemon Go walking through a volcano. What's up, Mobile? How's it going, Emma? I hate this damn song. It's never Sydney Sweeney popping out of a cake. Recruit A4s have been added to Ultimate Basic. Okay, bumps. Red Star Diamond Promotion. These characters now available. Cool. Forge, Sunspot, and Void Knight have been removed from the Mega War main supply to keep the store. Okay. Cool. Actually, I want to... Thank you, Rastlin. All right. Old Man Awaken abilities in the web store. Okay, do arena. I've done arena. We are done with arena for the day. Okay. If you're on YouTube, I think you can rewind the stream to the arena part. I'm not really sure how that works, but I think you could do that. We did arena maybe like an hour ago. Well, maybe not an hour ago. 45 minutes ago. All right. Spy, do our store buys real quick. All right, so that gives me something to look for inside of the Elite store. We got to buy training modules. If you're not buying these already, I suggest buying them. I actually ran into a training material problem. Hopefully I'm reversing that before I get to 105. We'll see. All right, what do we got? I don't see any of them here. Falcon 280. I would buy Falcon, but I don't have it. Okay. Let's do that. You shouldn't buy the purple. I am going to need them no matter what. And I'm sitting in an abundance of arena credits at this time. Unless they're better to buy orbs, I just don't think they are, right? I like the 53-minute mark area. I don't know what I say there. I have no idea. Ultimate Store. Ooh, let's get you, Emma. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to use those arena credits for other than training material orbs. Like, also, I'm not in the same situation as everybody. I have, like, way too many. Are these even worth spending? I mean, I've got them at 7 already. I'm going to wait until I have more. I'm going to kind of back off of that. I was spending Emma to get her to 6. 2 diamond rocket. Hey, thank you. Evos, thank you. I missed it. You're 100% right. Yeah, it was a do it. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good call, my guy. Thank you so much for noticing that. I completely didn't see it. You lose out on currency? I'm sitting on like 600,000 currency though. Yeah, I got like 600,000. What am I going to do with all that? I understand that it's less efficient, but I don't know if I care. I need trading materials. Well, I don't need it today, but I'm going to need it by the time that I get to 105. If I get to 105, then maybe I'll consider that, opening the orbs. Yeah, the orbs. If I was sitting on 1 billion currency, then why wouldn't I open the orbs, right? I mean, at some point, say the currency has no value, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to. I mean, at some point, I'm going to be willing to buy orbs, even if it comes to that. But we'll see. We're not there yet. Is it the same one as this, or is it a different one? Because I got this one already. Go to the web store and see if there's any other ones there. All right, we're gonna go to the store, hit the free claims. Rocket got reworked and is gonna be a part of the Starjammers team. So Rocket and Groot are gonna be. And specifically, Rocket is damage dealer, right? So I feel like Red's diamonds actually boost the damage on him. Chain offer. Yeah, we already got it. Okay. All right. Should I get a 3 diamond rocket? I don't know where your roster is. I guess the question is, should you buy a 3 diamond or what? Like, what would you not be buying? What do you not have at 3 diamond is the question, I guess. I don't know where your roster is at. But for me, it's worth it. Pretty much any upgrade on diamonds is worth it on a reworked character at this point for me. If I have the currency. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm at a place where pretty much every reworked character I'm buying the diamonds for. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to give like a blanket suggestion on saying, yes, the rocket's worth it. I don't know. Maybe. right, let's read this real quick. We got some notes from the council update. February 13th meeting. So that was just a week ago. Council discussed a number of topics, new and old, as well as reviewing some of the most recent issues. As always, want to try stay on top of ongoing topics while also being helpful to address immediate concerns. I think I have a call with them at some point here soon. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe not. I don't see it. Okay, maybe I wasn't invited. As always, we're trying to stay on top of ongoing topics and helping address immediate concern. Player Council is gearing up for our next meeting with RJ in a few weeks, expecting to get some early info on long tail projects and some high level strategic perspective. RJ is the general manager? Codes. We know a hot topic of late with QR codes flying and gift codes being sidelined for the moment. Safety concerns have been shared and heard. The Marvel Strike Force PX's player experience team can utilize these in some better ways than promo codes, which were originally intended to be new player gifts. These codes can be leveraged in many more ways to reward the community, but pros, cons, and potential adjustments are being evaluated. Confirmed, these codes are not to be used to collect anyone's data, but to open the game and reward, nothing more. Yeah, well, I did some research on that, and it didn't look like there was a lot of data they can get from you by clicking a QR code, but I just did a quick Google search. I didn't look into it. I don't have any expertise knowledge, but that was the general feeling I got. New playtest. Player Council has been participating in more playtesting in recent weeks, and we are gearing up for a test and feedback on some new things coming to the game. Team Orbs and Liberty. If you look at the War Machine, in fact, in Calcum costume orbs, you can see that there are some clues showing them playing with the release of this team, the delay in the team orb being released, how that lined up with Peggy Red Star orb boosted rates also show they are continuing to try and shake things up. Obviously, the Peggy orb offer snafu through this for a bit of a loop. Council certainly wanted to ensure an amicable solution was arrived at for the bugged offer for all involved. So generally the people that spent $300 probably weren't thrilled. Not all of them though, but some of them, there's some people here in chat that said they didn't care. But anyways, I hope they got their, whatever they're going to get. And they feel like they were made whole or whatever they wanted. Monthly item. Number of people have reached out and otherwise expressed their difficulties in getting the monthly item. Yeah, in the last event. Yep. We'll continue to try to alert the challenge in scoring early, but this should not be read into as a change of expectation of what an engaged player is in shifting of goalposts. Engaged player means spending, probably, Scopely. BattleWorld is freezing like crazy. Good, never drink. Yeah, I don't drink. Y'all ain't so much fun since I quit drinking. Well, I don't have any opinion on other people's drinking. Not good for me personally, because I got problems. All right. Valentine event store duration of the store was in line with previous events that aren't extended, but the Awaken ability features didn't seem to be terrible attainable without a ton of coring. Yes, I saw a lot of comments about this. Several suggestions discussed to avoid this in the future and highlighting the perception of this. Changes to the store weren't an option, but the Awaken abilities have come through other means. Okay. Store's been beating the drum for the store improvements, concerns for currency accumulation for a while, and there are plans in the works. Wow. I wonder what that means. That's the first I've heard of it. I know this has been a persistent thing that many of us have been talking about. Through our flags, we've seen some Awakened abilities added to War Store. That's great. Continue to encourage more availability. Initial share of ideas shows some promise. There you go. DPC Diamonds discussed new character diamond release and timeline for Red Star Diamonds coming to store. Suggested trickling characters to store rather than waiting for a large group to become available at once. War. More changes are being discussed as well. Some older suggestions that would require new tech to be developed seemingly coming back as a possibility. We know there are strong advocates on both sides of the recent war schedule changes. It may just be time to admit that a one-size-fit-all approach is not sustainable. The feedback shared with Scopely includes that the full 5 team boosts seem to be less impactful. Yeah. And don't do enough to influence mini matches. Yeah, that turned out to be way different than I thought. I thought this was going to be like ruin theory crafting, and everybody was going to have to play the same teams and blah blah blah. It turned out to be almost a nothing burger on some level. I mean, even full Astral, I didn't have a problem getting through with like Merc's APOC, like a massive punch up, like a 5 million punch up. All right, I'm not going to play BattleWorld then if it's glitched. Or should be once per month. Let's do some war, and then we'll do BattleWorld. All right. Thank you for sending me that, Sissy. What's up, OMG? How's it going, Marsh, Collie? Solving a game through an APK requires enough tech knowledge for you to be more than likely aware of potential dangers. Pointing your camera at something doesn't. Okay. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I don't recommend APK stuff anymore. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. All right, yep, we got it. Different problem with the Life of Liberty event. So I know there was a whole issue with the Mighty Avengers not registering the Life of Liberty event. Scopely fixed it, great, but I'm understanding, or is the Hercules score condition still partially broken? Let's see right here. Battle means attack with. I would say making change would be a simple way to confuse, but Scopely doesn't know it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's attack only. Got it. Unless otherwise saying it. That's a little confusing, I agree. Is the game forced reloading more frequently? That's what people are saying right now in BattleWorld. Monthly average spend. How much are you guys spending on the game per month? I'm sure everybody says $0. Whoever designed the Ares with 10 billion HP can go step on a Lego. I think that is like the funniest, like, I wish ill will on you. Like, step on a Lego. I think that is just like the funniest thing to say. It just makes me giggle every time I say it. Yeah, I use Spider Society. Some people use full Spider Society. I end up using like the Pav Peter B Penny with Blade and Oath. And I got through it. BattleWorld's more of the same. We'll see. Some interesting games going. Oof. I'm in the game with a while. Those subs. People insist the game is dying. Maybe first with the current state of the game. According to some people, the sub has been dying for 5 years now. Move along. If you don't have, all right. Game dead. Interesting. All right. What's the point of Harry's being hyped out? All right. Nature Boy. I love that guy. Let's see. Let's do. Oh, the favorite vampires are back. The tall ones. How do I support you more? I watch your every video, but how can I show my support? Well, mostly I'm just glad you're here. You know, if you share the video or like it or subscribe or whatever, you know, I don't really expect, or I don't really, I'm grateful for that. I really am. I'm grateful for that. I'm glad you're here is what I'm trying to say. Send him your Netflix password. I don't really watch Netflix, but thank you. The game is not dead or going to close down or anything like that. Is the game have negative momentum at the time? It does. And we have indicators of that happening, but I don't know if that means the game is dying or anything like that. But one would expect that all games fade over time, and I don't know if that rate of fade is above expectations or below expectations or anything like that. But it is fading. Dying, I think that's the wrong word. I see you're funny. Save the boomer funds. No, I'm just glad you guys are here. I'm glad. Saying that is a big deal to me, is what I'm saying. Thank you for even saying it. We're gonna record a video. All right, we got a lot to talk about today. We've got some player council notes, which give us some insight, some things that are becoming to Marvel Strike Force. Also, there's been some headlines out there of Scopely buying the makers of Pokemon Go. So we'll talk about that a little bit. But before we get into it, there's some things going on in game. There is a chain offer that can be found on the web store and also in game where you can get training materials. And I suggest thinking about training materials. I know I was in a position where I thought that training materials were endless and I hit 104 and I ran out. Now I'm using some of my arena credits to buy them on a daily basis. And I'm also farming the nodes with my campaign energy that give a small amount of the training orb fragments. But just be mindful of training materials. It's a real bottleneck that even I'm experiencing. Also, there was a small change to bumps. So bumps is going to be basic, Ultimus, Mega, Premium, and Supplies. So it's an acronym. And what that means is that these characters will now be found in those orbs. So be on the lookout in the Ultimate store. That's primarily what I try to take advantage when this happens. Direct, Red Star, and Diamond promotions for these characters are now available for the supply section in the Elite store. And I've been getting screenshots from players and verbal confirmation that they are in fact in there. Absolutely. So this is the headline for right now, is that Pokemon Go developer Niantic reported selling to Scopely for some astronomical number like $3.5 billion. And the reality of this is that the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Saudi Arabia created a video game division called Savvy Games like in 2021, and they are looking to diversify their holdings away from oil by investing money in profitable companies. And one of their largest purchases to date was Scopely, and now they are adding Pokemon Go to their portfolio. So I feel like they are using the name Scopely as the buyers of Pokemon Go, but really it's the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Saudi Arabia, Savvy Games, and just Scopely sounds better than that, I guess. I don't know, but it's not really like Scopely directly buying Pokemon Go. It's really Scopely's parent holding company, Savvy, and the Saudi Arabia, because they've put a lot of money. I think when they bought Scopely, which was a while ago, it was for $4.9 billion. And I believe that when the Savvy Games group was formed, it was seeded with like some astronomical number between like 30 and 40 billion dollars. So that's happening. I don't think this means anything as far as Scopely or Marvel Strike Force or anything at all. This is just a headline, but I thought it was worth mentioning. BattleWorld is back. I've only played 2 days of BattleWorld, and a lot of people are saying BattleWorld is more of the same. Just give us the boss battle once or twice a week. It's only new and unique part of the mode. Difficulty increases isn't going to make the battles in this mode any more enjoyable. It's just more of the same, and I feel like this is a general consensus right here. And this was from the Player Voice Movement website. How was your experience with day one of BattleWorld? Great, happy to have it back, and this is much better. And then this is kind of where I am. It's back, but it's still not very good. And that was where the largest percentage of votes were coming in. And then a few number of people are saying terrible. The changes aren't any real improvement. And then lastly, I prefer the previous iteration of BattleWorld and dislike the changes made. For me, I kind of want to see it through all 4 days. They did make some changes to, or they fixed some of the bugs that with the null boss fight. And I want to see how competitive that is and whether or not it's fun or not. Like maybe, tweaking with teams and playing it a certain way and learning the mechanics a little bit better will be enjoyable. I, for one, kind of liked the bleed mechanic, breaking the damage cap, but they got rid of that. So we'll have to see how that works. And then also, as far as the other day, whoever designed the Ares with 10 billion HP can go step on a Lego, which I think is hilarious, like of an insult. I just love that. So there's an Ares in there, and most people are reporting that Spider Society got through it just fine. I used, it was suggested to me by my alliance to use a hybrid of Spider Society and Night Stalkers on that particular node that has the monstrous, I don't know, like 2,134 million power level. I don't know, it was something outrageous, but it did have like a lot of HP. So I was Oath, Blade, and then the 3 good Spider Societies, like the brand new ones, which would be Penny, Peter B, and Pav. So that's where the way it goes. Now, let's go into the player council notes, which there is some stuff in here that I thought was good. Some mention that they may be fixing the stores because there's been a stockpiling amount of currency. I know I've complained. Pretty much everybody that has direct contact with Scopely, from what I can see, has said something to them. So this was the notes from a week ago from the player council who met with some of the people there at Scopely. Council discussed a number of topics, new and old, as well as reviewing some of the most recent issues. As always, want to try and stay on top of ongoing topics, while also helping to address immediate concerns. Player Council is gearing up for our next meeting with RJ. RJ is the general manager. He's the guy in charge. I don't know his exact title. but he is basically oversees Marvel Strike Force in a few weeks, expecting to get some early info on long tail projects and some high level strategic perspectives. Codes. We know this is a hot topic of late with QR codes flying and gift codes being sidelined for the moment. Safety concerns have been shared and heard, and numerous people have brought this up to my attention, and I relayed that to them as well. QR codes from an unknown source are problematic in the same way as clicking a link in an email from a source, from a sender that you do not know, can open up things to all kinds of problems. And so a lot of people are saying that, you know, the pictures can be spoofed and people could be clicking on things that could be malicious. Marvel Strike Force player experience team, that's what PX, player experience team, can utilize these in some better ways than promo codes, which were originally intended to be new player gifts. These codes can be leveraged in many more ways to reward the community, but pros, cons, and potential adjustments are being evaluated. Confirmed, these codes are not used to collect anyone's data, but to open the game and reward, nothing more. And I did a quick Google search on this, and, you know, in my 2 minutes of researching this, there was not a lot of data that Scopely could collect from a QR code. And that was the conclusion that I came to independently, and it's good to see this here as well. New playtest. Player Council has been participating in more playtesting in recent weeks, and we're gearing up for a test and feedback on some new things coming to the game. I can confirm that that is happening. Team Orbs and Liberty. If you look at the War Machine and Captain Falcon costume orbs, you can see there are some clues showing them playing with the release of the team. The delay in the Team Orb being released, how that lined up with Peggy's Red Star Orb booster rates, also show that they are continuing to try to shake things up. Obviously, the Peggy Orb offer snafu. Yeah, you could basically, at the time, you know, spend like, let's say $25 and get a 6. Some people got a 7-star Peggy. I got like a 6 with 25. Well, I bought 2. I bought an offer. But anyways, obviously the Peggy offer was snafu through this for a bit of a loop. Council certainly wanted to ensure amicable solution arrived for the bug offer for all involved. And I feel like the people that probably were slighted the most on that were the people that spent, you know, upwards of over $300 to max out Peggy, while everybody else was able to buy the bugged offer if they wanted to. I don't even know if Peggy was worth buying, to be frank with you. I just don't know. The War Team. Anyways, monthly item. A number of people have reached out and otherwise expressed their difficulties in getting the monthly item in the last event. Yeah, a lot of people said that to me. We'll continue to try and alert to challenges in scoring early, but this should not be read into as change of expectations what an engaged player is or shifting the goalposts. What do you mean engaged player is not wallet derived according to Scopely? What are they trying to say? Engaged player to me means somebody that plays every day and, you know, is pretty consistent with the game. I mean, we've got a lot of engaged players that are active either on Reddit or Discord or on YouTube's or Twitch, but that's kind of what I think of an engaged player. Somebody that just enjoys Marvel Strike Force in the way that a hobbyist would if they had a hobby. To me, I kind of look at Marvel Strike Force like a hobby. Valentine event store. Yeah, this was of concern too, which they're going to talk about here. Duration of this store was in line with previous event stores that aren't extended, but the awakened abilities featured didn't seem to be terrible attainable without a ton of coring. A lot of people said this to me. Several suggested and discussed to avoid this in the future, and highlighting the perceptions of this. Changes in the store weren't an option, but the awakened abilities have come to through other means. Stores, and this is probably, in my opinion, one of the main problems with Marvel Strike Force that I feel like they could be focusing on, you know, and, you know, instead of, I just feel like this is something that could be addressed and should be of high importance. There's just little to do with this currency, little to do with these stores. There's not a lot of chase for some people right now in Marvel Strike Force stores. We've been beating the drum for store improvements and concerns for currency accumulation for a while. I would say the people that I know that have been talking about more than a year, for a long time. And then while there are plans in the works And through our flags, we've seen some awakened abilities added to the War Store and continue to encourage more availability. Initial share of the ideas shows some promise. And my goodness, I just feel like this is a strange situation that's been created. And I know that there are people probably already thinking this or have already typed in the comment section on YouTube is like, the player voice movement is useless and blah, blah, blah. You know what? They can tell Scopely what is going on with the community, and it is the sole decision of Scopely to make any changes. Scopely, the game developer, is 100% responsible for the actual direction of the game and the way that the game continues to go forward. Not the player voice movement, not me, nobody else. The player voice movement is just a function of telling them what is important to the community. And they don't really have any more influence than that. It's just that realistic. It's up to Scopely can choose to ignore everybody. They can ignore Reddit. They can ignore Discord. They can ignore their Discord mods. They can ignore me. They can ignore. They're the ones that decide. It's their decision what to do with their game. And so I've seen this like strange frustration with people directed towards the player's voice movement that they're not doing enough. What other than telling them what the real problems with the game are, what else are they supposed to do? What can they really do? And from what I can see, they're doing what they can, which is just inform them of what the community is thinking about. Dark promotion credits diamonds discussed with new character diamond release and timeline for Red Star diamonds coming to the store. Suggested trickling characters to the store rather than waiting for a large group to become available at once. That's interesting. And then lastly, war. More changes being discussed, as well as some older suggestions that would require new tech to be developed, seemingly coming back as a possibility. We know there are strong advocates on both sides of this, and recent war schedule changes and it may just be a time to admit that one size fits all approach is not sustainable. The feedback shared with Scopely include the full 5 team boosts seem to be less impactful and don't do enough to influence many matches. Yeah, I thought this has played out way different than I thought, and I skipped a part. We're going to go back up here. I know I missed something that was probably the most important. We're going to go back in a second, but for right here, yeah, this run Annihilators on defense or run Astral on defense and get a boost hasn't played that much of a change into war. Even like the Astral with a monstrous team, I mean, I think I was able to punch up huge with Mercs, APOC dropping Death Pool, and the power boost to Astral did not make a difference. This is what I was talking about. They are planning, from what I could see, to make some store improvements. Initial share of ideas shows some promise. Maybe they're going to fix things. I really hope they focus on the stores. I really, really do. It seems like something that could be penciled out on a napkin at lunch and then be implemented, and it doesn't have to be drastic. Other games have had similar issues, and it shouldn't be hard to mirror successful systems in other games. Different problem with Life and Liberty event, and the short version of this is they've got to be on offense. Unless the event requirements say offense and defense, it's just offense. And I don't feel like that's very clear, and Scopely could probably make it seem more obvious, but that's what this post is about. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye for now. All right, what are you doing, babe? Can I have the cheesecake in the fridge? Yes. The comments are funny to me. Hey, I just feel like I mean, I see some of the comments here about the player voice movement. I get it. I just view the player voice movement as another group of people that are voicing the players' concerns to the developers. I I have played and covered other games where the developers chose not to engage the community at all. I do think that listening to larger segments of the community than rather than the rage bait or frankly, I'm first of all, I just want to say this before I say what I'm going to say. I don't hate Reddit. I actually like Reddit. I like going on there. I feel I can get a pulse of it. A lot of other people think that Reddit is just a bunch of complainers and it's a waste of time and this and that. I've heard all kinds of stuff like that. But I think that if Scopely can look at the aggregate of all the things being said, like Reddit, Envoys, Player Voice, Discord, comment sections on Facebook, things like that, you know, if they should be able to see patterns. And this dismissal and discounting of actual feedback that occurs on Reddit at times is just terrible. And I've seen other game developers just think, Reddit's a whole bunch of idiots and we don't listen to that. And I was like, it's just an echo chamber. Actually, I think I think that developers that say, oh, Reddit's an echo chamber, they just given up on trying. Just say that. Just be honest. I don't care what people think about my game and Reddit is an echo chamber. Just say what you really are thinking, that you don't care and you're just not going to listen. Say that instead of Reddit's an echo chamber. Oh, come on. Yeah, it just drives me insane. It just drives me insane. Just say you disagree or you don't care. Anyways, that's my take on it. What do I want to do? What am I going to title this video? Changes to scope. I actually have not played. I've not played Monopoly Go. Yeah, I think the problem with Reddit, if I'm being fair, is you kind of have to filter out the salt from the constructive criticism. But I promise you, there is constructive criticism, and there, on the balance, there is a sentiment or direction of thoughts and opinions that has weight. Are there shit, salty posts that are garbage on Reddit? Yes, yes, yes. But I don't want to put Reddit in one basket and categorize it all. That's just my point. And the only reason why I say this is that I remember when I visited Scopely, maybe in soft launch, and I said, the decision was made early on that Marvel Strike Force was not going to have an official forums. And I asked one of the guys, and I don't think the guy works there anymore, but the guy was like, yeah, it's just an echo chamber. I says, well, if you don't create I says, well, that's fine. You know, you can, I said, the forums are forums on other games. You know, oftentimes the perception is that they're controlled by the developers and any kind of dissension is just deleted by the mods and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and in some ways, from a developer point of view, like having I remember saying this to him. I said, remember having your own forum, you know, then the burden of making sure that it's moderated is put on you, and there's some cost in doing that. You know, they'll just go to Reddit. And I says, well, so, and, you know, have them create a Reddit, and then you can, you know, the discussion can happen on Reddit, right? And he's like, wow, Reddit's just an echo chamber. We're not going to listen to them either. I was like, well, that's just the way you approach this game, and that's your your perception of the community. And you know what? I think it's garbage. I think I didn't say that though. Maybe I should have. You sir are trash. I'm in a funny mood today. Nope. Let's see, I'm publishing this video. Damn, Dorker was searching for vamp mode in Battle World, but I used Mephisto to tunnel down Odin. It's dead in no time. All right. We're going to go into Battle World. I might do Battle World next. I was kind of wanting to make sure that Battle World wasn't buggy, or some people were talking about server lag or crashing. I was just kind of moved past that. Oath. Oh, Oath. Not Odin. Mephisto to tunnel down Oath. Okay. Once you beat Oath, the node is over. Okay. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to publish this video. I don't like this. Need a better thumbnail. Now let's use this. All right, we'll just put the Marvel Strike Force logo. Marvel Strike Force logo, maybe up in the top right-hand corner. I don't understand this software sometimes. And then let's do an arrow. Yeah, let's do an arrow. I like arrows. Everybody likes arrows. I'm only going to do one arrow, though. I only have enough energy for one arrow today. All right, let's publish it. Are arrows only supposed to be red? My understanding is that there was a green arrow meta at one point. I have not embraced the green arrow meta. From all I know right now, it could be an orange arrow meta. All right, let's do Battle World. Oh. Hold on. Nah, are there anything the maxed out annihilators couldn't take out Oath, so apparently it's Mephisto. So Mephisto focuses down Oath. Let's see what we got. Cosmic Villain, Astral, Cosmic Hero. Oh, thanks, nah. Good thing there's more people in chat than just you. Fucking nah. Cosmic Hero. Well, you get to use Odin, right? So there's just Odin and random nerds? Is that it? Odin plus random nerds? So we're just gonna do, I wanna do like Kahori, Groot, Rocket. Oh my god. It's some funny shit, actually. They can still chat on YouTube. They just because you shut down Twitch chat. Don't use Kahori special here. It's bugged. What? Okay. What? Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll do something like that. Don't use Astral? Yeah. Use 3 Absolute A-Force, Odin and Groot near auto. Okay. All right, this is day 3 of Battle World, and my understanding is that there is a Oath in here that is a problem. We're going to be able to take Mephisto in there. And then also we've got Cosmic Hero here. And I think as long as we get Odin's battlefield effect up and running, I think we're gonna use Void Knight there to get that go. Now, I kind of feel like from my prior experience with Battleworld, it's like I wonder, I sometimes would do these two nodes here first and accidentally take an Astral or Spider Society or something, just because that's how I am. So I'm going to do the one that has like a very specific team requirement, like the most restrictive team requirement first, just so I don't accidentally play it wrong, because I would. Given the opportunity to screw it up, that's me. So I'm going to do the Astral node first and just see how it goes. On the first day of Battleworld, there were some Spider Weavers that would drop in with charge. Like preloaded charge was a different way of doing it that I haven't experienced before. I mean, we've had preloaded turn meter before, but preloaded charge kind of made the node a little different than I thought it was going to be. So we gotta I'm gonna watch out for that. Like if I see charges in places that I haven't seen before. So anyways, let's just see how this goes. Okay. All right, we're gonna do this special, or the ultimate here, which will clear all of that off. Yeah. Nice. Okay, very, very nice. So who is the most annoying over there? I'm kind of worried about Black Bolt because he has permakill. Well, we're stuck behind a taunt there. I'm going to do the special here, which will give me speed up as well. And it's AoE. So that's good. Big boy damage. Oh, should blind. And he's unavoidable. Unavoidable. Let's do a basic. Okay, I'm gonna do the special for the turn meter. Okay, there you go. All right, so we got through Black Bolt, which is permakill. I think Gore has some permakill also, so if I remember correctly, we need to head over to Gore and make sure that there's no problems there. I'll pivot over to Gore now. All right. Okay. Wow. Well, I guess going to Gore is the next thing to do. I say we were gonna conserve cooldowns, but let's just do a special there. All right, I'm gonna do a basic. Woof. All right. Preloaded turn meter. Well, Kahori's really fast. Oh, we got Gladiator Taunt. I'm gonna do the special. I just like giving my team turn meter, which I think, in these turn-based games, of course, like turn meter is key. All right. Okay. Yeah, we've got negative effects. We're gonna do an ultimate here. Let's see. I'm a little worried about APOC. Oh, Thanos. In-game Thanos is amazing. Let's do this. We're going to do that, and hopefully Ancient One chains back. What has happened there? Well, that was some weak sauce. All right, well, it didn't matter. It did not matter. Okay. I was like, oh my god, I didn't kill Apocalypse. Is Apocalypse gonna go into the super basic and wipe one of my team members, like just destroy Doctor Strange and then not being able to revive from there? I do not know. The special will heal up. I think that's fine. You can save the ultimate for the final wave. All right, we got Medusa. I don't know why I'm conserving anything, but we'll find out, right? All right, we'll go after in-game Thanos. All right. Final wave. Kahori is the first to act. All right. I do kind of like hitting the whole board. I think that's great. We've got Apocalypse and in-game Thanos over there. Our in-game Thanos is going to pop off early. Let's do a special. Okay. Oh no, he opened with a special on it's interesting. I'm gonna do that there. I'm gonna do the special also, gain the speed up on the team. Okay. Captain Britain. I kind of want to go through I'm gonna go over here and go after Apocalypse. I don't want Apocalypse to like randomly just wipe me. Okay. All right, I guess let's just get rid of Hank if we can. Okay, now where are we gonna go? I think we got it. I don't think this is gonna matter after this. I feel like we got it. Maybe, or is Gore gonna just ruin me real quick, or Kahori? I mean, I guess maybe. All right. There we go. What? Oh my God. Got a little bit of lag there. Kind of scary. I think that's where we got to fear the most right now is crashing. Special will hit both of them. How many turns are you going to take in a row, Kahori? All right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, we're going to go to the next node. And my understanding is that there is a miserable oath here. A couple comments came in that they ran in with the maxed out annihilators and lost. So we're going to go in with Mephisto. And what I hear is that the node is a little bit easier or pretty much over once the oath is dead. So we're going to do Super Scroll, Mephisto, and the 3-piece of the new annihilators. Okay. Super Squirrel. All right. There we go. Some people are saying that this was with this team comp, it's not super challenging. Some people are saying that with this team comp, it is auto. Boy, do I just go all in on Oath? Yeah, let's just hard target Oath there. Oh, we got the vampires here. We got the tall. This guy was super annoying, this tall vampire, if I remember correctly. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, let's do it. That should knock down a little bit of the turn meter there, right? No, I don't know if I have the right. Yeah, I did. Oh boy, they're coming back. Okay, well, let's just go after. I was told to just hard target Oath here and do nothing else. That is the plan. We're just going all in on Oath. Okay. Okay. Well, there they are. They keep. Well, won't they die? I guess that's their thing, is that they're supposed to keep coming back over and over again. Okay. All right. All right. Clap, clap, clap. Clap your hands if you're happy and you know it. I don't think they're very happy with me just coming in all in on Oath. Oh boy. Not that we need that right there. And we're getting a lot of energy from exposed. Getting the exposed on her, and then in-game Thanos passive is just allowing us to get, there you go, a lot of ability energy. Okay, so that is, we're 2/3 of the way through. Now we're gonna do the last one. My understanding is that I can run like Absolute A-Force and Odin. The suggestion also came in to load in with Void Knight to get that quick assist on Odin, so that way the battlefield effect goes pretty quickly, because Kahori can't assist, right? So let's throw in them with Void Knight, and I'm gonna just throw her on the opposite end and like that. Let's just do it like that. So Void Knight is there just to get Odin to pop off early, and then Kahori basic cannot be assisted. So I think once the battlefield effect of Odin is up, it's pretty much over. That's the way Odin normally plays, right? Odin is just like, oh, okay, battlefield's up, battlefield effect is up, and then that would just work like that. All right. Yep. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Who do I really want to ability block? We got a couple things. What's ability block? Blade. Okay, now we've got the assist is out of the way, so that when Odin does a special here, well, I guess if I didn't run Void Knight, I could have just basicked right here, but no, I'll do the special. I need the Odin special for the last wave. All right, well, we're gonna have a problem then. The word on the street is I'm gonna need the Odin special for the last wave. Okay. We'll have to play it more than once, is what I'm hearing. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time for it to come back around. Okay. We'll find out. Okay. Let's find out. Basic. We're gonna be walking into an Odin ultimate, right? Huh. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see how this goes. Here we go, here we go. Ooh, Mephisto. All right, basic there. So we need to... We're gonna have to, let's do that here. Special. So Mephisto has neutralized the Odin battlefield effect. All right, so we're gonna have to do a basic here. We can't do the Odin ultimate. We've got to do the basic here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hey. Fingers crossed. Well, we might have to replay this if this doesn't work. Well, that is that. Holy moly. All right. So, don't use the Odin special at all until the very last round. Don't use the Odin special until the third wave. All right. Well, should have pulled out. That's what she said. That's a mess. Oh my God. Yeah, Kahori Special removed all their health. Is there video of that? Is that on there? Yeah, oh no, I'm screwed. Yeah. Let's take a look. All right, this is day 3 of BattleWorld. Is there something in the room rules? Mm-mm. Let's find out. Holy moly, what's wrong with my thing? Basic? We're going to be walking into an Odin Ultimate, right? Huh. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see how this goes. Here we go, here we go. Ooh, Mephisto. All right, basic there. So we need to... We're going to have to... let's do that here. Special. So... Why? Why? What? For what? For what? For what? For what reason? Why did their health drop after doing this special on Kahori? Yeah, this is clearly bugged. Special. So Mephisto had... Player healing is reduced by 20% is not a reason for that to do that. I understand, but we're trying to figure out what happened. Thank you for the suggestion, Junior. Yeah, this is it right here. All right, we'll make a video about it. No, this is like the no healing room. All right, so we are in BattleWorld Day 3, and this Cosmic and Hero room has two nuanced things that are wonky, and I'm going to explain some of it here. But after I explain why it was weird, I'll show you the entire footage. But the main thing is right here, it says player character healing is reduced by 20%. Interestingly enough, Kahori's special has a, what is it called? Redistribute total health evenly between self and all absolute A-Force allies. So when there was that Cosmic Crucible room back in the day, when you do this special on like Apocalypse, which has the redistribute health thing, it took everybody down to 1 health. And I don't know if that's a bug, but that's the way it's working. So here I am on the 3rd wave of that node, and I'm going to be doing a Kahori special right here, and watch what happens to the health of my absolute A-Force. So that was the ultimate, and then we do this special right here, and watch what happens. It's just going to be a nightmare, right? Look at that. All of them drop down to 1 health. So 2 things. On this node, if you use Odin, absolutely positively save the special to the 3rd wave, because what's going to happen is Mephisto's going to strip away the battlefield effect, and then you need to be able to do this special to get the battlefield effect back and get charged. Otherwise, if you're just doing the basics, you'll die. And actually, I didn't finish this node. So 2 things. Save the Odin special to the 3rd wave, and don't do the special on Kahori. All right, here's the rest of the footage. All right, I'm going to edit that and put it up. Yeah, well, you have to know what the bugs are. As long as you know what the bugs are, you're fine. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. 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 Yeah, I hate editing. I mean, I could end the stream. I mean, that's the alternative. I gotta edit this. All right, so we are in Battle World Day 3, and this cosmic doing the basics, you'll die. And actually, I didn't finish this node. So 2 things: save the Odin special to the 3rd wave, and don't do the special on Kohori. All right, here's the rest of the footage. All right, this is All right, that's all that I'm going to do. I'm not going to... to the footage. All right, this is day 3 of Battle World in... Well, that is that. Oh, that's a mess. Oh my God. It's a great ending. Okay, let's export that. All right, that's gonna make my computer be weird. All right, yeah, my computer's not gonna like that. Oh my God, yeah, my computer's gonna hate this. My computer generally doesn't like to edit while I'm streaming. Playtest. Oh my God, I don't even know if I can do anything. My computer's useless. All right, should I just do my war? Read the node 2 rules? I don't know if I can do anything. Yeah, my computer is in rendering mode. So there's a way of getting more points. That's fine. All right. God, I wish I cared about Alliance War. Now I need to finish. I have to finish editing or the rendering. It's gonna take another 3 minutes. I don't even know if I can play the game until the rendering starts because it just freezes my computer. There's very few things that I do anyways that require a significant amount of resources. Well, I don't even know. The streaming goes down. See, my emulators require a lot of resources, and OBS requires some, but not a lot. But rendering takes all of them. Well, I guess what I mean by I don't care about war, I don't know if I care about streaming war. I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Do I care if I stream war or not? Do it on my phone? I don't have my phone set up. Like, there's very specific programs that I have to turn on to play my phone on the computer, and it requires like some attention before I start the stream to make that happen. It's it's not pre-set up. I like to stream. I don't know. Maybe. I'm thinking. All right. I'm gonna call it, and I'll stream, and I'll do my war offline. I don't know, or I can record it. I don't need to do it while I'm streaming. I'm gonna call it. So there is a definitely glitch in BattleWorld. All right, so there's some very specific things to do or not do in BattleWorld. There you go. It's screen share. All right, bye for now. Let's see.